The old slave houses are a politically incorrect monument on this island, for during a certain period, Garay was the main transit point for slave dealers. As the plantations of the Caribbean islands and the southeastern part of the United States required an ever-increasing number of manual workers, the slave trade grew. The traders combed Senegal and then the neighboring coastal regions to trade with the chiefs of the local tribes. Referred to as ebony wood or black ivory, the slaves were assembled on Garay before being sorted and locked up to wait their turn to be shipped like common merchandise to the other side of the Atlantic Ocean. The slave houses are built in an unusual combination of styles. The visitor can still see the chains, the leg irons, and the cells where the slaves were locked up each night. The women and children took care of domestic duties, and the men the cutting and carrying of yellow marble and basalt. It's from this small door, which gives onto the shore, that the slaves left their homeland on slave boats bound for the New World. After the abolition of slavery in the 19th century by the English and the French, the traffic of slaves disappeared from the island. One of Senegal's most well-known artists, Papisto Boy, designed this fresco in memory of this period in Senegal's history. Papisto Boy is also known for decorating an entire quarter in Dakar, known as Bel Air. His frescoes depict scenes from everyday life, as well as famous events and men in Senegal's history. Before the country's independence, little was known of Senegalese painting, apart from a few works by Papa Ibertal. At first, much of this country's art copied Western styles. Beginning in 1967, the Center for Research of African Art strongly encouraged the expression of a modern African style, which became known as the Dakar School of Art. Two well-known artists from this period are Abdoulaye Douta Seck and Mao Doniang. The graphic works from the Dakar School find their roots in black culture and tradition. Today's generation of young Senegalese painters are beginning to move away from this style, judging it a bit too confining. They're moving towards a more abstract vision of the world, one which relies less on traditional styles, one in which colors speak louder than form. But naive art still is commonly seen at many of the city street corners, on the front of shops, on cars, and on many of the city walls, which are covered with frescoes and designs depicting scenes from everyday life. This form of Senegalese graffiti is famous, especially in Rufisque and St. Louis, where the French influence was the greatest. The charm of this Senegalese art is finding it in the streets throughout the city, and not only in museums. It's a testament to a certain kind of freedom which exists here, one which is in constant evolution. Papisto Boy has specialized in painting walls. This street painter lives a peaceful life in a small fishing village near Dakar.
Okay, nice.
Many African arts seem to carry over from one to another, and street art can take on various forms of expression. In Papisto Boy's case, he translates his art not only in painting, but also in music. Papisto Boy believes painting is a form of expression that should be alive, in constant motion, and not always stuck on a canvas. For this reason, he enjoys working with the African people in their everyday lives. He had the idea to decorate the fishing boats of his village. Each region and each tribe has its own colors and insignia. Blue, black, and the three national colors, green, yellow, and red, are used to paint long, stylized designs. Forms such as crescents, stars, diamonds, and hearts and flowers are commonly depicted. The Senegalese flag